John, let's start with quarterbacks. I'd say quarterback derby, but it's not necessarily that. It sure looks like Cam Ward has rocketed up. SHEDEUR Sanders seems to be like a cement block dropping. You've got Jackson Dart from Ole Miss, who seems to have making big gains. And then the wild card one to me is JALEN MILROE, who had a great sophomore season, then a substandard junior season, all of a sudden has kind of come back in the eyes of a lot of people. Go ahead, break down the quarterbacks as OurLads Draft Guide sees them.
I think what happened too with some of these quarterbacks, particularly Dart and MILROE, their end of season performances, were uneven. And MILROE has struggled with some areas, accuracy, things of that nature. But he's a phenomenal athlete. And somebody's going to look at that and say, you know what, this could be the next Lamar Jackson. And I don't know that he'll get drafted in the first round. Realistically, I think it's more likely that he's going to go lower than that. But this is a great athlete. I'm starting to kind of going 4 on up. And, Jackson Dart is a guy that really struggled down the stretch this year. He really didn't look very good. And he's playing in an offense that traditionally has not produced a lot of great NFL quarterbacks, because it's a kind of a one-read type thing, horizontal, vertical. Dart has the tools, however. He's a good quarterback because he can make all the NFL throws. He just didn't have a great end of the season. So he's still a good player. He's still a quality. He's got a chance to be a good starter in the NFL. But one thing that a general manager once told me, you never know what you've got in a quarterback till you get them in your building. And that's going to be the case with a couple of those guys. Sanders is a guy that we at one point thought was the top quarterback in this draft, but there's a couple of things that concern us, and one of them is pocket presence. He's got a great arm. He can get the ball outside the numbers as good as anybody with a clean pocket. Very accurate as well. He's not a creator. He's not going to make a lot of plays with his feet. He's got probably a little more ability to do that than he's shown. He has taken a lot of sacks. I think 40-plus sacks this past season. And some of that's the offensive line, but some of that's his lack of pocket presence, his lack of ability to move and make a play on the move. But like I said, clean pocket, he's really good. Cam Ward is probably the best combination of all the traits you want in this draft as a quarterback. He can move in the pocket. He's got very good arm strength. He's an accurate passer. He's got some issues in the pocket too. Sometimes he'll bail out when he needs to stand in, and there's still some work to be done. But as far as the top of the line quarterback, as far as athleticism and arm strength, that's the guy.
In terms of Cam Ward, gunslinger, more polished quarterback than anybody realizes. Is he more instantly ready than any of the other guys at all?
Well, no, he's got some work to do. And you said the word gunslinger, and that's a very accurate approach. He will take some chances throwing the ball downfield. He will throw it into coverage. He will move around and make a bad decision sometimes. But the talent is what you're looking at. You get him in the building. You can work with him. Somebody, he's probably the first pick in the draft. Tennessee probably believes in their research with this individual that, hey, we can take this guy and we can mold him into an NFL starter. And so I think that's what you're looking at. Do the Tennessee Titans believe that their quarterback infrastructure, as far as coaching is concerned, and their system can fix whatever issues he's got coming out of college, and we can make him a quality NFL starter?
Okay, we go from quarterbacks with John Cooper from OurLads Draft Guide.